Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Goodcast Show. Today it's all about personal branding and using LinkedIn to your advantage to boost your profile in the work life. And for those of y'all who are fresh graduates looking for jobs, or those of y'all who are looking for a change, today's session will be really relatable to you. And the person who's going to be sharing nuggets of wisdom on these topics comes in the form of the founder and executive director of, founder and CEO. Am I correct?
Yes.
Founder and CEO of Virtual Assistants Asia. You can check it out. It's actually an amazing platform that provides virtual assistants to your company. So if you guys don't want the headache of hiring, you want just remote workers, you can contact them. It's Virtual Assistants Asia. And she's also a HRDF trainer, and she's a LinkedIn and personal branding expert. Please welcome Pravena K. How are you?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Perfect. Thanks for making it to the show.
Thank you.
This was... I was looking forward to this because I think this is a very relatable topic. You are an advocate for LinkedIn.
I would say, yeah, strategist. Probably you can name it that way.
A LinkedIn strategist.
Yes.
I love it. It sounds better than advocate. Yeah. And let's talk LinkedIn now. Let's start with that because I think that's what people want to know about because it's one of the most more shy social media, if you will. It flies under the radar of most people. I never really considered LinkedIn to be important. I was more of a Facebook guy.
I mean, all of us was there once, I guess. So I was like, what is that? Like, it's just a blue logo with LI. I wasn't, I mean, this was like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
Now it's a gold mine to me. Like, no. I would be debating, even though I'm not working for LinkedIn, I'll be like debating for it. Anybody comes and say needs or something about it. I'm like, no, it's not,
No, I agree with you because I think many years back, when I was in university and all that, I always thought LinkedIn would shut down eventually. It would become like another Friendster because nobody cared about it, right? We were talking about Facebook, Instagram, but now when I'm working, it's very, very, very important.
Yeah, I mean, along the years, because it wasn't so exposed here, I would say. Like nationally, if you speak about Asian-wise or something, it's still something very less. But now after COVID, many people be like, what is that? Okay, I'm there. But still, the understanding of what is LinkedIn is not there.
Okay, so then please clarify that thing for us then. What is LinkedIn and how can it benefit you?
I'm going to throw it back to you. What is LinkedIn?
It is a boring platform.
Okay, let's not dive into that.
Edit that part out. No, for me, LinkedIn actually is very handy because when I started using it, you could, you could, number one, increase your network, right? You could meet people online. When you want to hire the right people, you can actually seek people out so you can check out what they've been doing and find really very, very good candidates. So that's what it's for me actually. Helps me to grow my network.
Partially, yes, it is true. It's more of a corporate basis kind of platform where you think like only senior people are there, executives are there, or recruiters are there. But you can say students are there because they're also calling it as an online resume or online portfolio. But to be honest, I would say anybody can be there. LinkedIn is not just for students or you, me. It's like anybody, literally anybody. Even a retiree person could be there too. So it's just that you have to know what is your motive. So if your motive is to be getting job, yes. Like my case, I'm not getting job there. I was literally build my profile there in a way that whoever I am right now. Like I said, I mean, we had a behind talk right now. I said that I was a LinkedIn, movie reviewer, I would say. Like, meaning to say when I was literally getting exposed to it, or I would say be active on that, it was during COVID time, like 2019, I would say, during that period, almost that period. I was graduated and then no job yet, COVID came and don't know what to do. So all the thing that I could do and think of is like watch series and this one, and I'm a linguist. My background is TESOL. Okay, let's utilize it. And that too evoked by my mom said, do something. So whoever that knew me since then from LinkedIn, my pioneers, I would say, they'd be like, until now they come up to me, hey, you are the girl that wrote movie reviews there, right? I'm like, yeah, I am. So the leap is different. Now I'm a CEO. I'm running a company. I'm a founder of it, virtual assistant. So the growth there was different. So I get to meet all kind of people. I get to meet corporate people. I get to meet business owners. I get to meet startup owners like me because I'm running a startup right now. I get to meet students there. So the range, retired people, NGOs. So you can name it. So, and meeting as in like not just get connect, Some people think, okay, I'm following, I'm connecting. Not like that. It's beyond.
Yeah.
Like if let's say, maybe not LinkedIn, I wouldn't know you. To be honest, some, like how to say, some of the connections or best business people that I had to know or leaders I had to know is from there. And they are not only in Malaysia, across the line, across the global.
Yeah.
So the reach is way, way better.
Yeah, in fact, after we posted your poster today, I got contacted by someone who knows you as well. So they were like, they want to come on the show. So
it's the magic of LinkedIn.
I had to say yes. What the hell? I didn't really. By the way, no kidding. But let's go to the meat of this. I think now it's the job market is getting tougher.
Yep.
Right. Competition is becoming stiffer. We are living in a very globalized world now. So one job can be contested by different nationalities and all that, right? So it's not just like what it was last time. So in today's world, if I'm a fresh grad, forget about fresh grad. If I'm a student, I'm a university student, right? How do I build my profile on LinkedIn?
I would say personal branding.
Okay.
So first, we all know what is branding is. Personal branding has been branding alone has been very into two categories. One is corporate branding, one is personal branding. Corporate branding is purely for people who already existed there, running business and everything. So forget about it. Personal branding is individual basis. So individual basis means it's like if a student, let's say I'm a marketing student. So I've been studying ever since like probably first year degree, second year, yada, yada, yada. I know there's a lot of events have been done, organized, or be part of it. Where all of this is going. Most of the time we just get certificates or we done it and then we just dusted it. For me, I would say put it out. You might think, okay, how is it even going to benefit to me? If I'm putting LinkedIn, I'm getting likes. If I put it in Instagram, I'm getting likes. If I'm putting TikToks, I'm getting views or something. But LinkedIn is nothing. Nobody knows me. Yeah, nobody knows you because you're not networking. That's another way that networking, reaching out to people, connecting. And it might not be fruitful for you on that day, but it will be fruitful for you maybe the day you're graduating.
No, it's true. And I think another strategy that people don't use is say in Facebook, for example, right? So when you have very, very, very curated groups, very strict, regulated groups, right? And which some of them I'm part of, especially in the business circle. One way I think that's very crucial, very helpful to building your brand is by commenting. Just by commenting.
Engagement, I would say. Commenting. That's called thought leadership. Another thing. So usually people say, comment is not just, I cannot, like say I'm seeing a post of you, I cannot come and just say, insightful. Good post.
Exactly. No, I mean like you have to like put your own thought.
You literally have to see, is it resonating you? So like apart from being whatever I'm doing, I build brands for companies. I build brands for CEOs and directors. So one of the national broadcasting companies, CEOs are my clients. So I can't mention their name, I can't mention the company, but it is, So when it comes to me, they have
National
no time.
Broadcasting. Are we talking Bernama or RTM?
Yeah.
There's only
it is what it is. So
would you like to recommend the good cast? There we go.
So when I work with them, they be like, come to me and say, I need these things to get it done. I'm like, okay, personal branding. They are very busy, They don't have time to go post. They don't have time to do any engagement and everything.
Yeah.
That is where my company comes in as well, virtual assistant. So that means we do branding for you. So it's a personal branding. We take over your profile. We handle it. We work thought leaderships and then we comment it. And also as a thought leadership, it's not just commenting. When people think building brands means you just have to go and comment and like, no, you have to put your thoughts out. So if you're industry of engineer, specify it, okay, what kind of engineer you are and what kind of journey you had and how you're going to benefit or your story can actually be a good one to another upcoming engineers that you can guide them up. So you might think, why am I doing this? From here, I tell you what you'll get, you'll be notified. First thing first. Second thing is, you never know, some university calls you, I saw your posts and everything, all of this is going on. Would you like to give a special talk on my university?
Yeah,
it's a bingo, right? From nothing to something.
Yeah.
So you become a speaker overnight. And this overnight is not because that one day post, it's about your growth. They're not just simply going to come up to that one posting and come up to you. So that's not branding. Same goes to university student. They might think that, how is that going to benefit me? Start posting out, start putting it out. When you're putting it out, people will be notified. When you notify it, you're reaching out people.
Correct.
So in future, getting a job is secondary, at least to be interviewed. Now, that's the hardest thing. Even to get interviewed, like you mentioned, like one job application, the moment you see 156 people are applying for it. You'll have that imposter syndrome. I'm not going to get the job. So I'm not going to apply for it. So you just move forward, you just don't bother about it. But for me, if you build your brand from the starting on what you're doing, what you're studying, what is your participations in your universities or your colleges and everything, down the line, eventually they get to meet a CEO like you or me. They will say, hey, even you will be like approaching it. Like most of the time after I build my brand, I don't chase for clients. They will come out, I saw one of your posts. Would you like to have a Zoom call with me? Would you like to have a meeting with me? And dive with that. And also when you meet like-minded people or leaders, like thought leaders like you, you'll get into these networking sessions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people think I'm a very shy person. To be honest, I'm an introvert. If you ask me, to me to talk to people, initiate conversation is very hard. But like it or not, this is my work. I have to get it done. So is my social battery is 2 hours to get it done. I'm getting it done. And the moment the 2 hours finish, I'm going back to my shell.
To your shell, yeah.
So the kind of thing. Everybody has that. So networking is a lot. You might go there just to have a chit chat and everything, but you never know what it holds for you. So that's why my business expand. Myself has been known to people is that way. And then like speaker, all of it I mentioned to you, it's not something that I go and tell people, hey, I'm a speaker, come and hire me. It doesn't work in that way. It's the moment people see your voices is not something saying out. Voices is the word. When you put it out, people know if you could write up something, I bet you can say it also.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of your confidence to put it out or not.
No, but that's very important. And I think a lot of university students, in fact, when I was in university, I remember people assume that if you put it out there, you're somewhat cocky or arrogant. Judgmental,
it's
right?
always prejudgmental. Start with you first.
Yeah, but the thing is, like the thing about today's world, you have to put yourself out there. Otherwise, you won't be noticed.
I mean, it's as much as they call it flex lah. Hey, why are you doing this?
Flex, yeah.
I mean, if you could flex in Instagram with anything, I bet this also can be done. But everything has a modest line, what to put, what not to put, and everything. And for me, like, if you're putting something that benefiting you for your career, why not? That's my question. So some people ask me, if you're into artistic kind of thing or probably creative line, music and something, yes, as much as building brands is important, and people think building brands means LinkedIn. No, if you're artistic and creative, TikTok is your platform too. You can build your brand there. What I'm saying is when you can build there, slightly share it here too. Because TikTok is viewer point of view, but if you really want to back a job or something to reach out to corporate levels, you just dive into it.
LinkedIn is a much different audience, which you can't get away with TikTok.
Absolutely. I would like to give one example. This one connection with me, he's a photographer, wedding photographer, food photographer and everything. So usually photography you see in LinkedIn, Instagram, I'm just into LinkedIn so much.
Yes, you love it.
Yeah, I just love it so much. So Instagram and Facebook is go to of it, or YouTube probably, But this person shares every picture that he took. It could be wedding, it could be event, it could be food photography, it could be restaurant photography on LinkedIn. And from there, I realized many people started to hire him. And he posted, thank you so much for reaching out to me, and I got back a job. So he shared about it. Eventually, his client base is from LinkedIn as well, because corporate people are there. And sometimes corporate people do have their personal events.
Yeah, definitely.
So they might have weddings. They say, hey, I saw you here. Why not I just take you?
Exactly.
So it's a job. So for me, you can't say that only corporate people must be there or only degree holders must be there. Only must. No, LinkedIn is not for that.
It's for basically building your whole profile.
It's
and
your own
reputation.
profile in all kind of way. It's like, this is why I say you could be a photographer, you could be a chef, you could be a yoga master, you could be anybody. If you know how to utilize it with a very decent amount of postings and words and everything, it's your platform.
How important, one thing about LinkedIn I like is the feature whereby it is, it basically gives people, it provides courses, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just a comparison, personal comparison. When I was in uni, I hated to study, right? When you're young, you don't. But now that I'm older, I like to study. I like to add to my skill.
You like to upskill yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
So how important, and I mean, and I wish I could have gone back into time and tell my younger self, look, take all these courses now and you will benefit it 5-10 years down the road, right? So how important are these courses, and should people at the young age in university start doing it already instead of waiting for too long?
If you ask me, yes, that's for sure. They have to start at it. But if you ask me, like in their age, they are like us. They will feel like, I'm boring.
Exactly.
I don't want to get it done.
Yeah.
That's why I said in that case, it's okay to be chill. You don't have to stress yourself to get it done. But along the years when you go, I would say definitely you take it. And it's not only LinkedIn, it could be any platform.
Yeah,
there are platforms like
Udemy.
Coursera, Reskills. My favorite go-to, I would say, it's very cheap. It's just $1 per month. You wouldn't believe it. But you get to have hundreds of courses there, thousands of courses there. And then it's all certified by bodies from US and UK. So all of this, when I coach people or students or someone, I said, just enroll. 55 ringgit per year wouldn't cost you much. Come on, we go MacD, eat $100, One time you go out, you come back, it's 150. 55 ringgit a year, It's like a lot, and it's 100 over courses there.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would say that.
But now, another thing that I think people forget and take for granted is personal brand. This is a concept that even though I came from a PR marketing background, I never really embraced personal branding until, I still am struggling with it, as you can tell. But I do, now I understand the importance of personal brand, because in my work line, I meet a lot of CEOs from companies and all that. And I see just how important a good personal brand is to sway the conversation to whatever, to sway any meeting, any discussion to your side. You can literally see the difference. you know?
They see the confidence in you too.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
experience. Because for me, it's like, personally, I would say that your paper is not matter to me. I don't believe in certificates.
No, I do
don't-
agree with you. I think like only in high skill jobs like doctor or engineer or accountant, your paper does carry weight. But in other areas, I don't like. Recently, I interviewed someone who had a degree in entrepreneurship. I could never be. How can you teach entrepreneurship? What do you learn? Yeah.
It's like, if you ask me, like my case, my degree was in teaching. It's nothing to do with whatever I'm doing right now. So if I go through my work line, whatever I've done, I've been a data analyst, I've been a market researcher, I have been a graphic designer, social media manager. And if you're all of this, nothing to do with my degree. I have no experience about it. But you mentioned personal branding. When you get into a role, like you mentioned the certification before, all of these will upskill you. You don't have to get it done every month. The moment you know the forte about it, somehow you'll move into it. Another thing is your interest. If your interest is not there, then it's not for you.
Yeah, that's true.
And personal branding is something they again, it's the myth. When you ask personal branding or something, first is they believe it always has to be 40 or 50 years or above because it's experience. People think 20 years experience can do personal branding, 30 years experience can do personal branding. It's not that. I mean, if you ask me, I'm in my late 20s.
Okay.
I've barely been on LinkedIn for 6 years now.
Okay.
So I'm building brands for another person.
Let's put a number figure to it. What sort of revenue numbers have you collected from your work on LinkedIn?
Okay. My clients is not 100% from LinkedIn, but it's very from other platform or referral also. But I would say since my startup started, it's more than 200, 300K.
From just
annually.
LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Annually. My goodness, I got to get started on that.
And if I work with someone as a teacher with my degree right now, you know how much it would be. It's less than 60,000, 72,000. That's it.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about LinkedIn alone, plus I think it's about the skill sets also, because I was a virtual assistant. Before I come up with my company, I work as one. So I've tried to find all the tunnels, all the shifts and turns and everything, and been jobless for a long time, understand how it works and why from teacher degree or teaching degree from that to this is different scope. It's totally different. And if you go back to my school, I was a science stream student. I wanted to be a doctor. So the thing is totally different. But it all works because I would say, one, I was very thankful to my mom because she was like always trained me in works because she was in oil and gas industry. So she always gave me some works to do, research and everything. Back then I do it for the sake of doing for my mom. She'll say, okay, it's help. I give you pocket money of 200 ringgit, 300 ringgit. So I get it done. But she never tell me the title of it. When I grow, I work with big companies like JobStreet, Six and everything. I found out I did it before. It's like basically qualitative and quantitative research. You are a market researcher. I've done that when I was 16 and 17. But mom didn't tell me this is a title for it. But whatever you have done before this, you would have done without knowing the title of it.
Yeah.
If you're into corporate job, you might do some research or something, but you don't know you're actually doing a market research. You don't know that you're doing a data analysis. So that's how I skill up. That's how from nothing, like no certification, I know for a fact I did it. And I'm very thankful because I was able to bag a job back then in LinkedIn or other platforms or Fiverr or something. And that evaluated or elevate, I would say, my skills. One, evaluation is very important, self-evaluation, and to know, am I capable of this? Many of us very confident, I have this degree, I can get it done. It's not that. It's if you don't have that self-evaluation of knowing that you can get it done, then it's very hard.
Correct. And yeah, I mean, since you mentioned a virtual assistant, this is something that I was actually why your profile really intrigued me was because this was something I was looking to set up a while back. Because, like I told you on the phone, I said there was a book that was written, what the death of work, which how people are going to now gig economy, right? How has it been in terms of the response? I mean, how many gig workers are there? How many people are actually looking to actually become virtual assistants out there?
I'm not hiring a virtual assistant, but when the project get bigger, I give opportunities to handicapped.
Okay.
Meaning to say there are actually people who are educated, but they are not able to go to office and work. But most of them degrees are dead. So I try to find that kind of person. And when my gig is too big, I know I need assistance because I have 11 people working for me right now.
Okay.
My internal team. But when the team your project get bigger or something, definitely I need interns to work for me for 3 months period or 6 months period.
Yeah.
So in that way, I will have these kind of people to be done.
Okay.
Other than that, there are university students sometimes, like internship, but it's not official internship, but they need pocket money. Rather than working in MACD, when I know the profile is okay to me, I just take it because I was a student back then too. So I know what was the struggle. So I was like, okay, why not you do something that can add value to you? So when they finish the job, first thing they can put it in their LinkedIn, they work for me, this kind of job and everything. So it's the same thing. It's like a virtual assistant, but with a company you have done it. So it also adds value to you. So virtual assistant, another thing how it works is like, it saves about 30 to 40% of manpower.
Yeah, because you don't pay EPF, you don't pay SOXO, nothing. That's
It's
itself
zero.
about 15-20%.
Because if sometimes when people approach me, how does it benefit me, especially if you're running a company, you ask me, okay, I would ask you the same question. Let's say you hire someone probably to do social media managing for you because you're busy with your other 9 to 5 jobs and everything. So you need someone to handle it. So typically you hire someone with 2 years experience or 3 years minimum to have it. You have to pay them 3,000 ringgit.
Minimum, 3,500.
Minimum 3,500.
Yeah.
That is heaven with benefits, heaven with EPF, heaven with SOXO. If together conclude it will be 6K.
No, about 4 or 5. Around
Plus
there.
minus lah. It depends how is your scope, how nice are you, because my boss is too nice before this. So it's 5, 6, put it in that way round off. So 5,000 ringgit. So if your times as a boss, you don't see in monthly basis, you've got to see in an
Yearly.
annual basis. So which means it's 5 times 12.
60. Yeah.
And for me, I'm saying 30%, 40% is not from the 60K, you know. I'm talking about from the salary of 3,000, I can save 30%, meaning to say probably you're just paying me about 2,200, 2,300.
But before we go deeper, actually, recently, of course, you see the heavy adoption of AI, right? AI is coming in a big way, right? There are a lot of online solutions that can really make life so much easier. So I've been sort of experimenting with some, right? Because I heard one video where this guy was saying, he said, don't think that AI is a threat, take it as a complementary force, right? And I was trying, when I use some of the solutions, I fear for these freelancers. Like, for example, like graphic design or even video editing even. There are AI solutions that can just do it within minutes and you got whatever you want, less than that even.
Okay.
Since you are in this industry, do you think that AI will affect the entire gig economy or change it up?
Okay, I think I get this a lot. People will say AI taking over job, machine learning taking. It's not AI taking over job. It's not machine learning. It's someone who good at it is taking over the job. So if you're telling me by having virtual assistant, AI going to take over the job, how many people or how many percentage is first of all no ChatGPTs exist? I have been to this HRD TCOP. About 13 people is there. And the trainer is saying, do you guys know ChatGPT? You don't believe me? Only 2% say we know ChatGPT. So one is awareness is not there. Second thing is knowing is fact. And you go to LinkedIn, I can tell you which one is ChatGPT content, which one is a legit content. You know what?
Yeah.
Blindly copy pasting. Since when we all started to use the word embarking, embrace, what else they're using, evoking as a starting of the sentence, you tell me. So being a content writer, being a LinkedIn for a long time, the moment I see this, another thing more blindly, they use the emojis, rocket emoji, star emoji,
that's
classic.
ChatGPT.
It's like, I'm like, okay. And they'd be like, oh, I'm writing this so hard and everything. I'm like, no, you didn't do that. It's ChatGPT. Second thing, I can copy paste it. I put back ChatGPT. I say, is this from your source? Straight away, it will tell, yes, this is from my source.
No, but in terms of cost and time, people don't want to be see, for example, right?
If you see in a business notion, right, very slimless chance is saving, because in your corporate level, you're hiring someone using ChatGPT. First thing first, ChatGPT content is copyrighted. It taking from multiple sources and putting, and you providing that to your company or your client, and they find it out, it's affecting your company image. That's
Correct.
first thing
Of
first.
course.
So that's another thing. You need to have someone. It's okay to have the idea, but you need someone to rephrase it, proofread it. So all this is human can be done. It's not a ChatGPT can be done. For you as an entrepreneur to make it things easier, yes, might as well just go and do it.
Yeah.
But if you think in a very big notion, it doesn't work. Imagine how many entrepreneurs who is advanced than you is there. When they look at you, they'll be like, he's taking from ChatGPT.
No, but
That's one thing. Now, second thing is also slides. You can tell logos, everything. It's just a clarity there. ChatGPT, yes, it can done everything, make it things easier for you. End of the day, you still need a human touch to it.
Fair enough.
So you
I
may
do
not
agree
need
with
100 virtual assistants. I always tell a company when they say I need a social media manager. Social media manager alone, you know how many branches is coming along the way. You need a graphic designer. You are a social media manager. You need to do community building, which is you have to manage the engagements and everything. Second thing, what is social media manager can do? If there's no content, you need a content writer. Followed by if a content writer, he's not good at copywriting or proofreader, you need another roles to be done. And then when you're running a business, you need a graphic designer to get it done. So in that one position, you need 5 subsequent things are going on there. And you're telling me you want to hire each one of them.
That's a lot.
Doesn't make sense. So virtual assistants, some of them overlap with the skills. And industry basis, food and beverages. So what kind of content writer you need? You don't need it. You're basically going to put a nasi lemak picture and a caption that what? tasty and blah blah blah. You can get it. That's your ChatGPT can work. You literally can use it. You don't have to hire someone write for me content for my food and beverage. It doesn't make sense, ma.
Yes,
Correct
I can see you are very against ChatGPT.
I mean, I'm not. I would say that.
What did ChatGPT do to you?
Even the ChatGPT was, how does it built by a human, you know? So if there's no human touch, there's nothing. So if somebody debate to me, AI is taking over job, I say no. Someone good at AI and machine learning is taking over your job, get it done properly.
Fair enough. That's a different perspective then. I did not think about that. Interesting. But the thing is like I had this experience once where I was supposed to look over. I was supposed to come up with a corporate video in a few hours, right? So I just went to ChatGPT and I typed out. I said, come up with a script for a corporate video. Blah, put the details and all that. Oh my God! It came up with a full list script together with prompts, what video to put, and then I put into this AI. I said, come up, convert script to video, and boom, done. But of course, I had to re-edit it, but I was amazed.
Again, why did you re-edit it? You don't have, if you believe in ChatGPT, you don't have to re-edit it.
I don't believe in ChatGPT. Oh my God.
You feel like if it's making things easier, you don't have to edit it. Just use it fully, correct or not?
This is not United versus Liverpool, okay? I agree with you.
So for me, somebody come and say ChatGPT is the yada yada yada. I say, yeah, yada yada yada, but it's because of a human. Make sure that, I don't know. I'm a very strong believer to that.
Okay, fine. I will go back and delete ChatGPT from my history. Now, you let's take a break from branding and LinkedIn for a bit. I want to talk about you. You set up a company.
Yep.
How many since 2019, if I'm not mistaken?
No. 2021.
2021. Okay, 21. I got that from ChatGPT. See, there's a wrong there. So you set this company up. What was the impetus for that? From becoming from a teacher, being a data analyst, being a market researcher, graphic designer, and all that. What made you set up this company?
First, I wasn't a teacher. I graduated, but I didn't get into schools or something. First is I didn't want to be a teacher. I was forcefully to get in the degree because of my mom again. So this podcast is something for my mom as well. So
today we've identified you hate ChatGPT and you're angry with your mother for making you a teacher.
I mean, many people know that. Most of my conferences, I always talk about my mom and say I'm here because of my mom. Whoever, even this particular thing, I would say I'm from a very diplomat family, meaning to say that if you're born, you got to get it done. Like, are you a teacher? Are you a doctor? Are you an engineer? That kind of thing. Okay. Even that you want to say you're working in a government position, right? You have to have this kind of title. You can't say I'm working in Suruhanjaya or something. Suruhanjaya, so if you something probably head of Suruhanjaya, okay, it's respected. If you're calling yourself executive there or still working in office or something, the kind of typical mindset is that. So I was very told that you have to be something. So that's why I say I want to be a doctor. I get into science stream, I get it done, everything. And then fast forward to my degree and everything. My mom, for some reason, I couldn't do my degree in medical. So my mom forced me to do teaching.
Okay.
Finished that 2019. So almost COVID gonna start. We know already the thing is going on and I'm not gonna get hired or something. So it was, then I started to recover. Okay, what am I gonna do? Content writing started. Back my first job on LinkedIn. And then another job from Seek came. They said, hey, we have this. I say, I don't have degree for it. They say, it's okay, we will guide you. So this all started, I would say, because of leaders from the positions, I would say. So if there's no good leader or trainer for you to get it done, I wouldn't be here. Because if you ask me from a market researcher or from a data analysis or someone, it's not something related to my certificate at all. So from TESOL to market researcher, nothing to do. Some people are really studying 3 years to be a market researcher, So for me, it was like easen up in that way. So, and then when I get into the branch by branch, I realize, okay, I'm a virtual assistant. I have a title, all of this. Why it's not in Malaysia? Why am I working for Australia company? Isn't it like Malaysia also is like, expanding. We also have commercial. We also have business. And why we are not thought about it or there's no something about this going on. So I started to research, is there any virtual assistants in Malaysia? Everybody claim themselves as a freelancer, but nobody understands the term of virtual assistants. So that's why I started.
Okay.
I started to post about it. I started to discover about it first. So from 2019 to 2020 is a process for me to understand this process. Is it workable or not? Because I have to get my study done to embark into something. So that's why I realized, okay, 2021 is time for me to register my company. I started. You don't believe me? To get the word virtual assistant Asia, if it's very well known, you can't get it because the domain is being bought or something.
Yeah.
But I was so surprised it was available there. But if you put virtual assistant Asia, maybe .UK or something, it's taken. So I realized that this is very much well known in abroad, US, UK or Europe. It's something very vast, but here it's not.
Yeah, even I think there's Fiverr, there's Upwork, all sorts
That's
of.
freelancers again. So
Okay.
you can ask me why virtual assistant is still a freelancing job or something. This is because I get to work with corporates. When I go to corporates like big companies or something, they don't want to work with freelancers. First is
Why?
like,
Why don't they want to work with freelancers?
first is depends on their project basis. So they will see, okay, there's also pros and cons lah. Because if you're hiring from Fiverr or something, how sure are you they get the job done and then they will move forward? Sometimes your payment is released 30% first, 50% first and something. Another thing is working with another corporates or probably I mostly work with startups. I'm a startup. When I work with startup, I can see the growth there. When they win, it's my win as well. I can see my work ethics there also, and they also can see how this is going on. Another thing is pricing methods as well. So when we go there and everything, I feel like freelancers is like a very time frame. If let's say they are students, only 6 months they will work with you. The next 6 months, you have to find another person and train it. But when you get into organization like us, we are tied up. Let's say I'm tied up with you 1 year or 3 years contract.
So that means this person is tied up with that company for 1 year.
Yeah, because when I was a freelancer, it's the same thing. They give us contract 6 months. So when they renew back, I already get another project, better pay and everything. I will leave and go. Even though they train me for 6 months, it's backfired them. So it's like they have to find another person, train again. So you can see the pros and cons there.
Yeah.
And also it's time frame. They train you for a reason. They want to, recontract or something. But meanwhile, in the 6 months of recontract, you learn everything and you just step out to another company or another better offers. So these kind of people, when you work with corporates or something, it struggles for them.
No, so I need to understand this. So a freelancer and a virtual assistant are different? Because I thought they were the same thing.
Because virtual assistant, as in like running a company, is totally different. I'm running organization.
Okay.
So basically, when you tied up to me, we have NDAs, we have our MOUs, we literally go in official manners. We are not in a way that, okay, 6 months, we finish 6 months, yes, probably you want to recontract, we will always have a constraint to do that. When it comes to freelancer, they finish that, you want to recontract or not. If let's say that freelancer is not ready to recontract with you, they will just walk off. But maybe you want to do it because Fiverr or any Upwork, they have limitations of the thing. Let's say you sign up for 6 months and then after that you want to do it. Of course, you have to do the payments method. A lot of process is going on. So another thing is working with the organization with already have a team. It's not like agencies that we segregated to another person. So no matter whatever my virtual assistant done, my company is responsible to you.
So you're not a platform.
We are not a platform.
Okay, there we go. Look at how well researched I am. I've been thinking all this while that you're a platform.
I'm a corporate solution service provider, meaning to say any corporate people, any services, we will do it. So in my website, you can see 13 services that we are providing. Yes. So finance, let's say put in finance. You're running, let's say you're a startup. You need someone to do bookkeeping for you, finance, taxation and everything. You can't hire someone full-timer to do it. Save cost. So you need someone to get it done. At the same time, your document has to be secured because finance is a big part. We are literally, overlooking every part of your company. Yeah. So in that way, you need someone to sign MOU, NDA properly to do with that in a term basis.
Okay, now I understand. Now I get it.
So we just provide services to the people that in a way that we save cost. It's just that we are not your employee. That's one thing I'm very, very, very sure that you don't take advantage of us. Some people think, okay, I'm paying you, I'm taking advantage of. No. We have that corporate, very decent manners of working. It's a healthy work culture. I'm here to make your, less burdenize your work. So I'm not your slave. I'm not your mate. I'm not nothing. So sometimes people take overrule about it. They be like, okay, I pay you, so you have to get it done. No. That's why for a fact we do MOUs, we do NDAs. What are the scopes? What are the things we have to get it done? This much you pay me. So these are the scope you have to, get it done. Unless you're working with me 3 years or 4 years contract, we will have a little bit of adjustment. Probably you need, maybe you hire me to get 13 graphic designing per month. But we're working for 3 years. You're telling me, Pravena, I need one more extra. So I can do it. That's out of the courtesy I'm doing for you, the goodwills, So this kind of thing. It's all in a corporate basis. It's just that we are not freelancers or we are not a platform to get it done.
Okay, so that's your difference between Fiverr, Upwork and all this. Okay, and Kaudim and all this kind of people.
Yes.
Okay,
so that also helps us. When Fiverr people, they notice my company, sometimes, I saw your company, I would like to be part of your virtual assistant. They are in Iran, they can be in Qatar, or some of the international students that are studying here, can I be virtual assistants too? So in that way, that's why I said, I hire people. So when my project gets in, I know it's going well, it's 3 years contract. It's for them also win-win situation. For me also, it's like, okay, my team is expanding. Because when I started, I was one person. Slowly become 3. Now it's 11, down the 3 years touch it. Everything is going well. So I would say it's a matter of, you need to understand where you're expanding, in what scope you're expanding.
So in all these services that you're seeing now, because the freelance and this virtual assistant, this gig market, this gig economy is growing exponentially. Yeah. Right? People want work-life balance and all that. So what sort of areas in this are the most lucrative that people should look into joining?
That,
Which segments?
if you ask me, like every part of the services I'm providing is lucrative too. It's just matter of how to say it. It's like you need to know your forte. Like today, someone also DM me said, "Hey, I have degree of marketing, but I want to do freelancing because he's in Bali." But at the same time, he said, "I don't want to get into a realm of 9 to 5 jobs." But for a fact, you need to understand when you become virtual assistant, you work more than the 9 to 5 thing. Sometimes I work for different regions. Like I finish this, tomorrow might be my working time will be a US region or UK region, all of this, So if you ask me what kind of scopes or what kind of fields, it doesn't vary in that way. As long it's not technical. Like as long I don't have to get into site to get it done, anybody can become virtual assistant. Any virtual assistant jobs can be done.
So how do you vet the assistants? How do you vet them? I mean, you can't just take everyone, right? You must have a
interview.
filter.
Of course, I don't give test jobs. There's something I remember people ask us to do something for free. I don't believe in that. First, it's like I said, LinkedIn. I will see, okay, you're doing your work properly or not? What kind of background are you? Are you doing personal branding or not? Sometimes I know I can't judge them just
How
by
many hours are you on LinkedIn per day?
How many hours I'm not on LinkedIn is 8 hours of my sleep plus my gym plus everything. Okay, maybe about 14 hours I'm not in LinkedIn.
Okay, 14
So about
hours.
10 hours I'll be in LinkedIn.
My goodness. That's a lot of time.
10 hours. Literally, I was like on call, on all of this, working, my networking, everything is there.
Is there? Okay. So you do vet these virtual assistants and you make sure the quality is good. Like you have to
because
see, right?
Because they are like, how to say, they are not responsible for the clientele thing because I'm responsible. By the end of the day is the work qualities, So when I see something, if capable, I just take it. Sometimes I can see the student is trying so much because I'm in LinkedIn. I can say, okay, so long or this. I say, okay, you know what? I have this job. Would you like to do it? And everything. So of course, I'm not blindly going to give 6 months to him. Like, I also have my things. So I say 1 month term, you do first. I will overlook your things and everything, so-called micromanagement. If everything works well, then we can extend the thing.
Okay. So you are a CEO, you hire people, you spend an excessive amount of time on LinkedIn, and you're successful, you've built a business that now you have a staff, you were telling me about your revenue numbers and all that. Now, as a CEO, as somebody who manages people, what do you think are the key ingredients that a CEO should have to run a successful company?
Keep learning. It never stops. Like especially in my field, trends is important. Experience doesn't matter. Sometimes people say 20 years experience matters more. No. So it's your 20 years experience matters nothing without current trends. So it always has to be hand in hand. Like it depends on the industry as well, like HR or anything. Because the moment COVID comes, we all learn something. We can work from anywhere we like it.
Yeah.
We understand that there are things can easen up your thing, like you mentioned ChatGPT, all of this. So if you ask me, it's about matter of learning. If you stop learning, you can't. You can't move forward at all because you can't be up to date with that. Even personal branding, I cannot keep on telling the same thing I'm doing. Every day, new features is coming, new apps is coming, new updated versions are coming. So I have to be up to the trend before I'm guiding another person. If someone coming, my client and coming and say, hey, there's something sales navigator is in LinkedIn. If I'm saying, oh yes, I don't know. Then do you think they will have something with me? No. So being a leader of a company or me myself, I always say that keep learn. And as much as you need to know your why factor, you also must know your how and what. If you don't know your how and what, you can't move forward. It's not about when. The moment you realize your how and what, your when is always there already. Because the moment you know what is the thing you want to do it, and there's another thing is certainly what is the how. How are you going to get it done? So eventually you will start it. You don't have to wait for the when. So there's no day one day. I don't believe in that kind of quotes. Me personally, I don't believe in these motivational things. I always carry the things within me. I just move forward. Okay, this is what it is, so just move forward.
So you're not a fan of quotes?
I'm not a fan of quotes. I'm not a fan of even advising or taking advising. I'm very bad at it.
Okay.
So some people come, I'm like, no, I'm not going to advise. You don't give me advice. Same thing to my mom. I say, Mommy, anything you want to say, 2-liners, finish. No 20 minutes of lectures, no 30 minutes of lectures.
My goodness.
I don't take it.
So I'm afraid of asking you a question now.
No.
I'll keep it fast. So yeah. Okay. So you hate quotes. You're not one from that. You
No,
don't
I
send
mean, I
good many
read it
messages?
to understand that. But when it comes to put it out or something, it's something what resonates to me as a person in a word. So if you really notice my LinkedIn posting, there's something like a white draft with my face I put about, leadership quotes.
Yes, you do that.
That
I
is something
noticed
my own words. Some people even commented and asked me, hey, which book did you take it from? Or something. I'm saying, well, I have to write some books under my name or something for that. It's something that resonated to me. So I don't believe in quotes as in like I read it, but I don't take it. I don't take it like that is my motto. I have to move forward with it. No, I don't do do that.
Now let's go back to personal branding. I think that's a very important aspect of this. We spoke about LinkedIn, and we understand now the things that you need to do. But in personal branding, I think what exactly is personal branding?
Okay, first is you need to know your platform. Okay, since I'm good at platform, I mean social media platform. Personal branding can be done in all platforms.
Yeah.
TikTok, YouTube, anywhere you like it. If you're a vlogger, you do it on your YouTube. If you're a dancer or something, do it on your TikTok or somewhere. So in my case, my platform is LinkedIn. So what I have to do, first thing first is optimize your profile. LinkedIn optimization, we call it. Some people hire people to get it. Like myself, people hire us to get it, the LinkedIn optimization. Not many people good at it. Like getting your cover image done also. You can tell me, you can put any cover image like Pravena. Doesn't have to be. No, some company people, they want to put their logos. They want to put their quotes. They want to put their emails and everything. To edit it, that is Canva comes in, the tools comes in. They don't have knowledge about it or they don't have time about it. So we'll get it done. So from the cover image up to your, the bottom level of your recommendation is something you have to optimize in your LinkedIn. So because your cover image, the moment you finish your cover image, your profile photo, no selfies, no drama lah. You have to literally get your proper...
No, but then what sort of optimization must you do?
This entire process of setting up your profile is called as optimization.
So what are the
first is your
check
cover,
boxes?
First is your cover image. I'm getting all my tips to you,
Exactly, to all of you.
So it's like, first is your
how
cover.
much do you charge for this? If you do LinkedIn optimization, I mean, I'm not going to pay, but I'm just asking.
He's the first, after this he's going to pay me.
Yeah. So what is your...
The range is 650, but only for students it's lesser than that lah. I'm giving it.
If I can show you a valid student card, would I still get it?
No.
No?
No. You know why? Because the amount of work we have to do for you is a lot. Because your experience is a lot. So, okay, let's go for the hierarchy of getting it done. Start with your cover image, followed by your profile picture. Profile picture is not something I can do. I will tell my client, go get it in a studio or something simple one because they want to look presentable. Some people, they use the passport size one. You can see the blue background there where you took it. You know that, right? So they will get it done.
No, my cover image is some random Google.
I know. I know. I saw.
I'm so embarrassed now.
So after that is your name. After you finish name, you can see the one-liners there. Usually people go put their titles back there. If they are engineer, they put the whatever mechanical engineer there. No, it's about one-liner about you.
Okay.
So you have to make it relevant. Like, so I have seen, like my brother, he's like a daytime engineer and nighttime he does something else. So his one-liner is daytime engineer / something corporate related, tech savvy something. So that's something that, when people come to your profile, it's not so boring.
Okay.
Second thing, you can see that talks about hashtag, that you can see about 5 hashtags. That's not something your title again. Some people go and put their, I'm a mechanical engineer, you put your title. No, talks about is when I drop into your profile. I want to know what you talk about. So when you drop to my profile, you can see my LinkedIn. I put virtual assistant, brandings, keynote speaker, or sometimes I also put something about mental health.
My profile
you
really
have to optimize
sucks.
it. I already see he's my client after this. I'm going to sign up, I'm going to pay my quotations and everything.
I don't do any of this.
It's just 1/4 of it, After you finish that, you move to your bio. You go see the bio. Usually they put 15 years of experience, yada, 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 yada. It's not that. First, your bio has to be in third person point of view. When I'm coming there, I don't want to read, I am 15 years experience in mechanical engineer for a...
But then isn't that more authentic?
No. How is that even authentic? It's language.
No, but it's my page. I would say I wouldn't go my page and say, no, we think we know this.
No, we come there, you put your name. When I read it, I want to read it as you. Vinod Menon is yada, yada, yada. Pravena K is yada, yada. So when you read, you're literally reading about me and understanding what I'm doing. It's not about you reading. So it's like third person point of view. You have
so
to
now
read.
You have anger issues with bios as well. My goodness. You know how to piss you off?
I stalked him.
to piss you off, I should write a bio in ChatGPT. You'll lose it.
The moment you attack LinkedIn, I'll lose it. The moment you use ChatGPT, I'll attack. I mean, most of my client does that too. They will use ChatGPT. If you're done with our bio, here's it. I look at it. No, this is not it is.
Yeah.
You have to get it done again. That's where proofreading comes.
So bio in a third person?
Point of view. With your name, basically.
Okay. So how should it be? What sort of bio is
anything
good?
About your career thing. You can how you started it, or you can talk about Vinod Menon has 15 years experience, yada yada yada, and I have acquired all of this. Whatever you have put right now, if you think is relevant and everything, just change it to third person point of view.
Okay.
Simple English, just put your name there.
Hey, I can speak complex English too.
I mean. So yeah, that's what I have to done. After that, you move forward your experience. Most common thing is first they don't realize that the company's logo or image is not there.
You are scary,
Some
seriously,
people will
because
say,
while
no,
you're talking, you all can't see
some-
this, but she's nostrils are like, sometimes these idiots, I tell you.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I do feel that, but I don't call them idiots. Because
you had an anger translator, it'd be so fun.
Because of them, I'm getting business too. I'm like, okay, you know what? Your profile is yada, yada, yada. And they're like, oh, yes, okay. It's a very simple thing. I mean, there are some company, they don't have business pages, but don't tell me you're working in Shell and you can't find a Shell page there.
Okay.
Don't tell me you're working in Petronas, you can't find a Petronas page there. So because I work with them, this is the clue for you. My clients are from there.
Okay. Stop biting your teeth and talking to me.
So when you put that, they usually put what, they put their years, they put their title.
Okay.
Or they put just a one-liner about their JDs, Don't tell me you work that 10 years, your JD is just one-liner there.
Okay.
It has to be at least.
But my bio is not too bad.
I haven't stuck.
Not too bad one. I got links or
Poyo, right? So when you go there, at least you must have 3 bullet points. If your experience of working there more than 5 years, and you already there you have to have at least 5 points. If you're previous, like you already finished it, you're not working anymore, you just put 3 bullet points enough. Don't have to put 10. Some people, it's overwhelming. They'll put 8 bullet points. All the JDs from resume, they copy and paste here. You cannot do that. You just take the precise words, because from the precise words, somehow you put it. LinkedIn will also offer you the skills that are required for it. You have to choose your skills. Most of them are not choosing it because your skill is where go to your endorsement.
Oh.
So many people will say, I don't have endorsement. How come I don't? Because you don't choose your skills.
Okay.
So when you choose your skills, your endorsements is there. When your endorsements is there, like I saw, okay, he's a public speaking, everything is good. So I go and endorse you. It's just one endorsement.
Why were you like, he's a public speaker?
I didn't mean it in that way. So this endorsement is also help you to get job. When as a recruiter comes down, they say, okay, many people, because endorsement is something you cannot buy.
Yeah.
And I think LinkedIn is something you cannot buy, how you buy likes or followers on.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that's
LinkedIn, you can buy. You can trigger it still. You can do the follower. You can make it. You can have 30,000 followers. But I end up in your page. I see your post or something. It's just one like there. So my question is, where's your 29,999 followers are doing?
And that one. Fun of my bio.
No. I'm just saying this is what's happening. Many people are monetizing in that way just to show their profile is looking so cool by having more followers.
Yeah.
But it's not add value to that.
Okay. So then after that, so once you're done with the bio and then the talents,
move
endorsement.
Your experience, endorsement, then put all your certification you have done in Coursera, reskills, volunteerism, certification, all of these people forget. Now you're checking your box, right? Whatever you have done.
I have none of this.
So you're coming to me to do optimization.
Can.
Okay?
No problem. Okay, then so how about posting? Because your post, oh my God, is annoyingly planned.
I'm going to block him.
No, it's like so planned and like so nice. Mine is like I just copy paste something and like once in a month or something. Yeah. So how do we post correctly?
That's for a reason I'm there for 10 hours a day.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I know.
Right? Like 10 hours has to be worthy. I have to at least have one client engagement a day to at least become a potential.
Okay.
So I would say that I choose my field because my field is more to leadership, more to the job I'm doing. After I become CEO, right? I stopped talking about virtual assistant in my profile already because I have my company profile where I talk about it. Here, I try to do on my personal branding, carrying my personal branding plus giving ideas that, okay, if she could do this and she's doing something else, and I know it's somehow intercepting my business as well. So when they come to me, I saw your personal branding, I also saw your company is this. Okay, I would like to discuss about this. So in that way, my company is getting picturized somehow. Without me talking about it, without me shouting about it. Because sometimes when you drop to my profile, every time I'm talking about virtual assistant, you get annoyed.
I do. I mean, not yours.
Sometimes I want to be in your connection, but I don't want to follow your post. I just go to your profile. I just unfollow. That means I'm not getting, into your post, but we are still in connections. That kind of thing. So I do that, love, and I see it's like too much of salesly. It's a term.
Hard sell,
you don't have to do that. Like in my case, personal branding and everything, I don't come and do with me personal branding. I'll do all of this. I never see all of this. I just talk what I have to talk. I know end of the day, the one liner that I'm closing in, you can see, let's connect with Pravena K. That's it, enough.
Curious question. What does the K stand for?
And that's initial.
You're not going to share the name? No?
Pravena Kanapati. It's better be in the podcast. I'm telling my father's name. Pravena Kanapati. Really? I'm repeating myself.
Perfect. Okay, so that's what it takes. So those are the things that you do to optimize.
That's just LinkedIn optimization, one time off thing. That means when students come to us also, we will say, because they don't have knowledge about it. So they say, can you get it done? So we will do it for them also. But of course, everything is commercial. I'm running a business. I cannot do it for free. But there's a different range for students in this one because students is very basic. They don't have as much as your experience. If your 10 years of experience is a lot for me to read through, do your JD, do your profile, everything. It's a lot of work for me to do.
So how much is it for?
That's why I say standard profile is 650. That's normal.
Okay.
Anybody get it done. 600, the one time off with your cover image designing, everything.
Okay.
But student is different. Just
Okay.
But after that, branding is totally different. And another thing, branding is not one time you post, 2 time post. That's not branding at all.
Okay.
It's persistent and consistent. You can ask me, that means you want me to post every week, twice? No. When I do branding for my clients, there are clients that once, thrice a week. I ask them, they will ask me, what's the sufficient amount to post? I say, thrice a week is good. Depends on your scope. If you're C-suits or director, you don't have time to post every day. Another thing you have to remember, your company people are watching you too.
Yeah.
So you should know what you're posting. What is your timing of posting? I have to see all of that.
But isn't it more quality quantity when it comes to, because I've seen people who are in, like, just say, like, I have this connection of mine. He's a magician, right? And so he posts pictures regularly about him doing the magic tricks in the ship. He works a lot in cruises. But when he posts on Facebook, he posts a few pictures and then he puts this long, meaningful, personal written. This is not ChatGPT. This is him writing it, right? And the engagement I see is crazy. But he doesn't do that. Like, it's not like every week he does twice. No. It's like when there is something to say, he says it, and the reach is just crazy.
That's why I say it's persistent in a way. Depends on your field. Like you say, quantity or quality. Sometimes it's quality. Sometimes it's quantity. Sometimes it can be both. Like if you ask me, if you're someone, the photographer, he cannot post whenever he wants. Even though your photography, one day you have 2 different clients, you cannot put back to back. You have to know when to post and everything. So if for a sake, I know that he's posting every day. Even though the events is like back then before, because he needs client. But when it comes to seats as a director, they don't have to, because they are not hiring they are not looking for a job. They're looking for leaders. So when they want to shift to another career or another company, it's easy for them.
So
because
do
the
you
repetition
do
there.
social media management on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
How much do you charge for that?
I cannot tell everything.
How else are people going to book you?
I mean, like, it depends on the posting. If let's say you ask me social media management, which is brand building or something on LinkedIn, and I don't charge for LinkedIn alone, because sometimes the same post can go to other social medias as well. So it's just one cost. I don't charge for different medias. Depends on the thing. Unless you are requesting for something, here one post, another post is that differently, totally different thing, then yes, it will be different payments. So generally, it will be about 1,500 plus.
Okay. Yeah.
With a solid of 12 to 15 posting per month.
Per month?
Per month, I'm talking
1,500.
1,500.
Okay, wow. Okay, calm down, girl. 1,500.
Because some client will be like, hey, 1,500 too much. Is it one time off? And I'm looking at them, one time off, what do you mean? And they'll be like, isn't it for a year, 1,500? Yeah, I can do that. Monthly once. Monthly once.
That's rubbish.
No, people's understanding. Because some people, they want something, but they're not, like I said, okay, let's put it in the way your client wants something, their expectation is extreme level, like Taj Mahal, they put it like that. But what they afford to is probably the miniature about it.
I can see the anger coming out. Calm down.
So that is something I can't take it, sometimes sometimes they will be like approaching so many things. Why are you doing this?
I don't want you to throw it at the camera.
So this kind of thing happens in business usually. They will talk to you 2 hours, 3 hours and everything. So sometimes I just cut short. I say, do you have a budget? Let's talk. It's within the thing. Save your time, save my time also.
Okay.
So we need to understand the scope as well.
No, I think that's, I used to run a service business as well. That's one of the biggest problems.
The cake, is it?
Huh?
Cake, is it?
No. PR and marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. The cake was a product, not a service. My goodness.
I mean, yeah, okay. Technically, I was thinking, what kind of business is that? Okay.
Yeah, that one I started during pandemic. Anyway, no. So when I was in PR and marketing, I had my own agency, and then they would do that. They would always haggle. So I don't take it. Because I don't want to work for
Sometimes it's better for us to let go. I learned that also along the year. It's not about someone turn you down. When you know it's not healthy for you. Same goes to my VA services. When I take a project or something, a certain project I know is for a 1 year thing. Like I do branding. I cannot do you for 1 month. You come and tell me, can I try 1 month? Branding doesn't work in 1 month. This 1 month is for your dead profile to make it alive. So all the posting that I'm posting is something for your networking people to know that your profile is actually coming up. You won't see any likes or any engagement in the first 1 month. Very barely you will see it. Second month is something that first LinkedIn will already capturize that, okay, this profile is started to be alive. Like it's a newborn baby that's being alive. Because when I search something, your profile will come on top.
That means I think I like for this podcast, I should also look more to LinkedIn. Huh?
If you ask me like one special session for LinkedIn, right, you can go a lot. Because engagement is there, impressions is there. What is many people think about, I want likes. 200 likes. If I open my profile right now, this latest post that I posted yesterday night is about 326 likes.
Sure.
So for you, no, I'm saying, wait, it's just a like, but the impressions is 11,000 people.
Okay, calm down. Oh my God.
And the same profile, I got about 100 likes, but the impression is 15,000. So for me, I'm telling you the ratio, your 100 likes doesn't define the impressions.
Right.
Sometimes I just have 30 likes, 30 thing, but my impressions is 2,000 already. The ratio, can you see that 30 to 2,000? 300 to 15,000.
No, I think engagement is more important than
Also
likes,
prime
definitely.
time. When I do social media managing or my company does, it's not about today morning 9 o'clock I'm just posting for you. No, it depends on the content that you have. Sometimes my clients, like, they will have their weekend moods. They go for holiday or something. Weekend moods I only can post on Saturday, Sunday. And Saturday, Sunday, what are the time people will be available? They're on LinkedIn. I must think a lot. So there's a lot of things goes along the algos.
But isn't that account specific? It's based on the data, right? When you can see, right, when are the most users coming to your account, and then you post then.
No, it doesn't work in that way, because if, like my case, my users are global. So sometimes I want a market that I want they read about my business or something. I don't want to put in Asian timing. Sometimes I have to schedule it to 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So my clients, sometimes they're settled here, but their base is somewhere else. Like I have a client Belgium, she's there, but her clientele is Italian basis. Doesn't make sense. She's in Belgium, but the client base is Italian. She's a coach, and she's 100% focusing on Italian people because she has the language and she can guide that. So she wants that. She settled and married there, but the coaching that she's doing is Italian language. So she said, I want this only. So you imagine the scope of prime time that I have to post. And when I'm posting a social media branding or management, right, there's an occasion coming, Thaipusam coming in, Raya coming in. As a C-suit, as someone, you also have to post about it. So that's also come as a package. So you can't neglect it. So when you get into the realm of being being a leader there, you have to follow all kind of holidays, all kind of
time zones,
events, festies. If she's focused on Italian, all the Italian festies I have to focus. So I have to schedule it, get it done also. Those 12 to 13 posting we're posting, including of these holidays too.
There's a lot of thought into this.
A lot.
Okay.
It's not about just getting a post right and also hashtag. People thinking putting 15 hashtag is good. No. The best hashtag you needed is 3 to 5. And sometimes people use the hashtag back, whatever they put in content, they put it as a hashtag. No.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot.
So do you incorporate SEO as well into your post?
This hashtag is one of the SEO. It's a keyword research. Let's say you're talking about personal branding. I don't have to put the personal branding as a hashtag anymore, because when I go to LinkedIn, the moment I put personal branding, regardless you put it as a hashtag or you put it anywhere in your sentence, it will appear. So I'm wasting my hashtag over the same word.
Correct.
This is a technique. This is anywhere. It's not only LinkedIn, any Google search or something, you can use it. It's not about the hashtag. Some people think, okay, even though my content is personal branding, I'm keep on repeating the word personal branding, I want to put it as a hashtag, you are wasting a hashtag. Think something else and think in user point of view. And the language you have to use in LinkedIn is a normal language.
Okay.
People thinking they want to show their bombastic skills there, most of the time, like I say, embarking, evoking, all of this. Come on, we all are commoners. Talk like a normal people sometimes. Sometimes people think using a bombastic word could be, you don't have to use stupendous or something like that. If it's fabulous. It's nice. But most of my clients, sometimes even they want to show off their skill to me when they do their content writing or something. I've done already go through. And I say, this is too much. They say, okay, you minimize it or whatever you have to do. So I do proofreading. That's where proofreading comes in also.
Okay. Now, before we end, the thing about personal branding to especially young adults, fresh graduates coming out of the university now and they're looking for jobs, right? What should they be doing? Just say if they are just graduated, what should they be doing to boost their personal brand?
First is they have no idea or probably no confidence to get it done. I would say personally get a coach or training, or at least attend some kind of group trainings or something, because you need a lot of things. You cannot just jump into it. Another thing, this platform is very, 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 sensitive. Your language, I mentioned to you, some of the university students are still using texting language. You cannot use texting language. You cannot use the word sheet with S hashtag or something like that. No, you cannot do that, all of this. So all of this is small skill they have to learn. And sometimes they don't have the confidence to move forward with that. So building a personal brand, you need a guidance. So, and also, like I say, optimize your profile is very important. Students also has to optimize. If let's say they're looking for a job, there's a label there, open to work, a green color shade on LinkedIn. Your profile picture there will be highlighted. If you're hiring, it will highlight as a purple color hiring. So you have to turn on that so that people know, this girl is actually looking for a job. And second thing is, if you, let's say you do a lot of events in your universities, you participated, everything, put it out. That's the time for you to do your personal branding also. If you're starting it while you're in university, it's more good. Because by then you graduated, I know you can back a job already. That's for sure, 100%. I can guarantee that.
Okay. So that comes to the end of this chat. Thank you so much, Pravena, for sharing.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
At the end of this interview, I realized that my LinkedIn sucks. So I'm going to...
So everybody has to optimize it. Come to Virtual Assistant Asia.
Come there. Go to Virtual
We'll get it done for you.
At $650 a pop. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much, Pravena. And if you guys have any questions on your branding, on your LinkedIn profiles, please head to Virtual Assistants Asia and drop down a note, and she will scare you into getting your profile looking good.
Sure.
No. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for having me.
No worries. Thank you. And for all of y'all, thank you for joining. As always, please like, share, subscribe, share your comments. If you guys want to connect with Pravena as well, drop me a comment and I will connect you all together. And take care and stay awesome. See you. Bye.